Hey, what's up? Welcome to the Dude Real Estate channel. I'm your host, Nate Shields. Today we're going to talk about real estate investing in 2020. Is it a good idea or a bad idea? I've got 3 reasons why it might be a bad idea, 3 reasons why it might be a good idea. So let's dive right into the video. All right, so reason number 1 not to invest in 2020 in real estate. This word has been on everyone's mind for a very long time here. I've heard rumblings for the past 3 years. The R word, recession. Everyone's been expecting it. We've had such a long period of prolonged, sustained growth, roughly 10 years, which has been very unusual. Usually the cycles for a recession come in at 5 to 7 years, something like that. But this is a very unusual period of prosperity, which is great if you've been in the game and been reaping some of the benefits of that. But it has a lot of investors nervous, and a lot of people have been sitting on the sidelines the last couple of years taking money off the table because they thought that we were at the top, but it kept going. So we don't know where it's going to go, but that's one of the reasons not to invest. There could be a recession right around the corner. We just don't know. Number 2 that I kind of alluded to is prices. Prices are at all-time highs almost around the country, and it's hard to invest in some markets. A lot of people are looking outside of their own market that they live in to find something that's more affordable. Prices have gone up year over year, pretty substantial amounts since the end of the recession. And so it's tough when prices are so high to make sense of some of these numbers sometimes. And number 3, there has been a decline in some markets. So a decline in some of these higher end markets, especially on the coast. You look at like San Francisco or New York, some of the higher end markets, and especially higher end price ranges in a lot of different markets across the country. We're starting to see, and we have been seeing over the past year, declines in values of properties. So sometimes that can indicate the beginning of something that might happen on a broader scale. All right, now let's jump into 3 reasons to invest in real estate in 2020. Number 1 is that we don't know the timing. We don't know what the market's going to do. If people were able to predict a recession, they would make trillions of dollars potentially. That's one thing, is we don't know what's going to happen in the market, what's going to happen in the global economy. Now, if it was a flip, this is a little riskier, I do have to admit. If you're trying to buy a property, fix it up, and sell it, you're in a very short window of time, maybe 4 to 6 months, typically speaking, where you're going to try to do that. If a recession were to come along and push prices down, you're in a little bit of a tricky spot there, because you probably calculated an ARV, or your after repair value, at a certain number, but maybe that number has come down a little bit. So you just always need to be aware that that could happen. So you need to have, I would say, at least 20% of a margin there, where if you need to fire sale a property, you can still break even and get away unscathed. And the number 3 reason to invest in real estate in 2020, and I think this is the most important thing that new investors especially should always consider. It's better to get started now than to wait. One of my biggest regrets in real estate is that I waited as long as I did. I could have started buying properties back in 2013 when I first got into real estate as a real estate agent. Honestly, I could have done it before that, but I should have jumped right in to real estate investing then. I left hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, future dollars on the table, because I didn't start investing right away, and I could have ridden that wave up. I think it's really important to just look at the numbers, get in the game now. You're going to gain a lot of experience, and if you just wait and wait and wait and wait, you're losing out not only on experience. If we don't go into a recession in the near term future here, you could be missing out on appreciation, things like that. You'll be kicking yourself later if you don't get into it now. So let me know your thoughts on this. Do you guys think there's a recession coming? Do you think you should hold off to wait and to buy something, or do you want to buy something now? I still see a ton of people that want to get into real estate investing, but they're scared for many different reasons. This could be one of them. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I will see you guys in the next video. Later.